Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. So today, I am going to be talking about the horror classic, The Exorcist, released in, when was this released? 1970 something. Well, shit. 1970, I want to say 1973 or 1974. Pretty sure it was 73. Uh, the, it is a absolute classic, being a film about a young girl who is then possessed by a demon. She exists, the demon exists, and the family brings in somebody to exorcise the demon. This is one of the greatest and most well known horror films ever made. A lot of people, like, who watched this when it came out, fucking old people, will state that it is a film that horrifies them. And while it definitely doesn't hold up all of these years later as this perfectly terrifying film, it's still an incredibly well done film. And it's one of my favorite horror films, not only of its era, but of all time. I personally own the director's cut, but this film is very good. Its characters are done pretty well. Comparing it to other films that came out around this time, such as the first two Godfathers or Mean Streets, it's not a mob film, so I can't really connect it to that. Bring it up with other horror films from around this time, not exactly, but same era. We had Alien from the 70s as well as the original Halloween. Both of those are great, but they are still not as good as The Exorcist. The original Halloween is still a classic in the slasher genre, and yeah, watch my Halloween review if you want to hear more about that. The Exorcist is not either one of those films. The Exorcist is a completely different breed, with it being about a demonic possession. This is not somebody in a mask, this is not somebody in a costume. This is just straight up demons from hell. Whether you believe in demonic possession or the Christian faith as a whole, this film is still enjoyable. I'm proof enough of that. Um, this film is an absolute classic. Again, like I said earlier, probably a couple minutes ago, this is probably my favorite horror movie of the 70s, or even into the early 80s, and even out of basically all of the 60s. This is a masterpiece. It's definitely one of the earliest examples of a well done supernatural horror. It's, I mean, truly a classic, horrifying to people who watched it when it released, and even some after. It is a pretty odd film, and it is still a little bit spooky nowadays. It's still, the effects are not as good, but it is still just such a classic that I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. It's not quite a 10. Again, some of the things just do not hold up perfectly, but it is still a wonderful film. Anyway, if you enjoyed this, I have other content. Watch that. Right now we're in spooky month, so if you enjoy horror reviews, this is like your time to be boogieing and being very joyous, because that's all I'm fucking talking about for the most part. So yeah, go check out that other content. And if you don't want to, okay.